welcome to another Sports Focus. We got a lot to talk about today, so let's get it. You already know these two. There you go.
Might be back of them.
You know these two.
You know them.
You know them. Now let's get it started with the city of Hartford has approved the stadium for the New Britain Rock Cats, or they're going to be called the Hartford Rock Cats. How do you feel about a semi-pro team coming to the downtown area of Hartford, Connecticut? Alrighty then. I guess that
I thought he was about to talk. That's why I stopped.
Say something, Mr. McIntosh.
I thought you were about to say something.
Mr. Silva, I thought you were going to say something.
Well, go ahead.
Nothing.
Go
Okay,
ahead. You go first.
First, wow.
Maybe that's how the residents, they feel the city of Hartford feel about this baseball team.
You know,
it's not a professional team.
No,
it's a semi-pro team.
It's a nice that
that's not affiliated with any major league team, from what I understand.
That's for right now.
That's for right now.
It's nice they bring a baseball team in, but there's other things that could be worked on in the city besides that. Maybe draw some more money in, which would be nice, and they could lower the mill rate some, which would be nicer.
See that? See.
Yes, I'm thinking about myself.
There you go. You see, he used the mill rate.
But you got to remember, they also said with this development, they said that the construction company had to have a certain percentage of their employees from Hartford.
Yeah.
Then they also talking about building housing around there, more businesses.
And they got to be union.
Yeah.
They have a union.
Yeah, so it's not like, we're going to build this just for the baseball team. We're building this to bring in more jobs, more this and more that.
I find it always interesting that state of Connecticut is top 5 richest state in the country, and we don't have a professional team, but we go crazy over UConn and over this semi-pro team. So let's use that energy for a pro team. How about that? A basketball, baseball, football even. Who cares that you got Boston and New York and we're in between? Who cares? Look at the state of Florida. Nobody goes to any of their games. How about that?
Well,
baseball or football?
Especially not baseball.
They go to Jacksonville, though. Who? You see Jacksonville Stadium they got now?
Yeah.
They got cabanas, and they got that pool with the thing overlook. Yeah.
Man, they suck too.
Yeah.
All right.
I still like to go down to that stadium.
Let's keep it moving. Once again, congrats to the Kansas City Royals baseball team.
They won?
Since 1985, they are close to the World Series. I'm rooting for them.
Wait a minute.
Well, we don't know if they're going to win or whatever, but they are winning.
Okay, you just jinxed them.
Well, you just jinxed them by even saying the word jinx.
No.
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Kansas City Royals, I hope they do well.
They lose 3 straight game. We come back to
see, man, black cat, yo, black cat. You the black cat. Any thoughts on Peyton Manning?
The choke artist.
He's about to break the touchdown record.
You know what it reminds me of? Only difference between him and Dan Marino is he at least got 1 ring.
Yeah.
That's the only difference between him and Dan Marino.
But don't you think it's kind of incredible that Peyton Manning he's about to take this record in far fewer games than Brett Favre?
No, because of the way the game is now is a whole lot different.
Yeah.
It's past first
run
later.
So it has nothing to do with Peyton Manning himself, the quarterback.
No.
So you think if he was, then Breeze should be in the running next, because if he can last a few, and that's what taking a year off.
Yeah, that is what taking a year off. But the weird thing is, now, can you imagine Brett Favre playing now? Can you imagine Dan Marino playing now? Dan
Marino will slaughter the record, and Brett Favre interceptions will go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between Brett Favre, he just happened to be on a good team, that Packer team that won the Super Bowl.
The only thing is that Indianapolis, when Peyton Manning was in Indianapolis, basically was pass first.
Yes.
His team was pass first.
Remember, that year they did win the Super Bowl. They ran that ball, Dominic Rhodes, and so they did run the ball. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Let me reach down here. We're going to do this early.
He said it down.
I'm going to leave it there.
He said that really gently, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Damn right.
This week.
Dallas Cowboys talk. Now, first, what's your thoughts on the game Dallas and Seattle. You see how professional I was? I still delivered what I had to say. But anyway,
So does the Domino's pizza boy. It pissed me all tore the hell too. But you know what? That was a good game.
good game.
And they took it to him.
But
Took it to 'em.
we talked about this off air. We all three of us talked about it. So we knew that somebody from the NFC East will beat them in Seattle. We talked about this.
Well, it just happened to be the Cowboys. They
And I'm very much proud of the Cowboys.
smash mouth. They actually did something to Seattle that they're not used to.
Yeah.
They got physical with them, and I'm sure this is what the offseason, them coaches like, look, if we're going to beat these guys, we need to be just as physical as the Seahawks.
Yes.
Now, especially when they're in their building,
Yes.
And it's
you
loud.
got to be physical.
And you shut their fans up?
Yeah. Wow. And Deion Sanders said it best. He said when, forgot which one of the cornerbacks went out, and they told Sherman he had to follow Dez. He said that now Seattle had to come out of their comfort zone. The defensive coordinators just couldn't just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
They actually had to adapt to what the Cowboys was doing instead of the offense having to adapt to the defense. And vice versa on offense, with DeMarco Murray actually running the ball.
Yep.
They didn't know what to do. And then our defense forced them to change because they slowed down Marshawn Lynch, and Seattle kept having to play keeper.
Kept Russell Wilson pretty much
Contained.
Games, yeah.
And that's what you got to do to beat him, because I think he's one of the best quarterbacks
Same
in the
thing you
league.
got to do for
Yeah.
Kaepernick to keep him contained.
You gotta keep
they
that
didn't
boy
over pursue.
boom.
They didn't over pursue around the ends and give
Yeah.
him an alleyway. They
Yeah.
kept it right there. So
It was a good victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
but that Williams catch.
Yeah,
Play of the
yeah.
year.
Oh my
The Terrence Williams catch.
Oh man.
Play of the year.
Once again,
by
Romo
far.
spin around and toss the ball.
Now let's keep it real. So far, 6 weeks into the season, that's the play of the year.
Has to be.
I
It
mean,
has to
the
Well,
determination.
there's two plays. I mean, that one play, that one, and one with Jerry Maclin made. That one catch he made.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
catch, but it don't mean that.
Fine.
The only down part of this Dallas Cowboy victory is Joseph Randle. Joseph Randle, running back, he wears number 21. Set the black man back at least 35 years. You
Cologne
make
underwear.
you make $500,000 per season, just about.
$492,000.
Thank you for getting it correctly. And he decided to steal some underwear and some cologne that is worth $123.
And he got fined very good for that.
And he got fined between $10,000 to $30,000, and he won't be suspended. But
Unless Jerry
Joseph
Jones
Randle,
decided to do something.
you're right up there with Mr. Sterling in my book, because you come from the Seattle game, yeah, victory, but I'm gonna go in this store. That means that boy is stealing from his teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little thief.
Little klepto.
He's a little klepto. He's like, oh yeah, yo, Tony, man, that's nice. Yo.
Yeah, then later on you see it on eBay.
I know, he's like, it's Tony Robo's. But right quick, now, there's a lot of talk that the Dallas Cowboys, especially on ESPN and Network and all these, that the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in the NFL.
No.
You say no.
No.
I say no as well, because you know why? It is too soon to be saying this team is the best. Maybe they can say the best after week 6. I don't know.
I think the biggest thing is everybody considers Seattle the best of the best. The
And
best
they
complete
should. I
team.
know Dallas went there and
Yeah.
beat them.
But I think it's the way
Yeah.
they beat them. They played their style of ball.
Yeah.
They mashed them and
And
mushed
if it
them.
wasn't
and just-
for those turnovers, which they might catch up to the Cowboys later in the year. These turnovers, they're getting by the skin of their teeth with these turnovers, because you know you're turning over the ball 2-3 times more than your opponent. You should be losing the game.
Right, but the good thing is the defense stepped up, which they weren't doing at all last year.
So, you know,
Yeah, but best in the NFL, no. Maybe the
Cowboys,
NFC.
definitely their
Up
division, I would say.
Yeah.
But hey, let's move on to NFL Week 7.
All right.
Let's start off with those Seahawks. They're at the Rams.
Oh, they pissed.
They're
I'm going to pick
upset.
the Seahawks. Yes.
Is that cornerback still hurt? Or is
Yeah,
it-
he's out.
How long?
Probably 2-3 weeks.
So that means somebody has to step in his spot.
But you got to remember, the only reason why they told Sherman to go on the other side was because to follow Dez around, because the other guy was a rookie. That was the
He
only
had a
reason.
field day.
Right.
That's
That was the
right.
only reason. So he's still going to stay on his side. I don't think he's going to float.
Okay.
But I'm taking the Seahawks.
I take a pissed off Seahawks. Too.
Yeah.
Even though I understand what you're saying, because that Tavares Jackson, what's his name?
Austin
Davis, yeah.
Man, that dude is no joke.
I'll take the Rams.
Okay, Rams and upset. Colts at the Bengals. No, Bengals at the Colts, I believe.
Take the Colts.
Take the Colts. I like the Colts as well. For you guys to know that there's a couple of buys. Mr. McIntosh Eagles, well-deserved buy, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, that matters.
They need a buy.
They need more than a buy.
But they need offensive line because Glennon can't.
Lovie Smith is on the way out. So if
Hey, he just won the year.
I know, but he's losing too horribly. The New Orleans Saints at the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
Because the Saints got too many holes in their thing. Because
No, that front four is
Yeah.
just terrible.
They won't run the ball. I'll tell you that right now. The Saints ain't gonna run that ball. Ain't nobody running on the Lions. But they
and
need
plus
to
you
meet
got
up.
Well,
Calvin's out, right? Calvin's out.
Calvin's out.
Yeah.
Calvin's out. Plus Jimmy Graham is out.
I'm taking the Saints. I think they're gonna bounce back.
I'm gonna take the Lions.
I'm
Now,
taking
see,
Lions.
if it was around about November, December, I would take the Saints because everyone knows that just like the Cowboys, for some strange
Yeah.
reason, the Lions get the second half of the season and just stink.
So Saints, I'm gonna tell you guys taking the Lions.
I'm taking the
I'm taking
Lions.
the Saints. 49ers at the Broncos, the big
Broncos.
Sunday night game.
Broncos.
Broncos.
Oh, they gonna beat them like children.
Really?
Yes. the 49ers is not that good.
All right.
The way I see it, the way Peyton Manning played against the Seattle defense, that San Francisco's defense has nothing on Seattle when they're on their game.
Really?
They're not going to do it, even though Frank Gore is Mr. Reliable.
No, they're gonna shut Frank Gore down.
I like the Broncos.
They pissed.
Broncos.
That's Broncos.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Monday nighter, the Texans and the Steelers
Ooh.
At the Steelers.
at Pittsburgh.
Texan.
I'm taking the Steel.
I'm taking Texan. I'm
I'm
sorry,
taking the
Steelers
Steelers.
got too many problems with it.
You know that's going to be a tough one because I know they're burning from that loss to Cleveland. Woo! I know they're burning.
They may be in that loss, but
So Texans.
Texan.
You think the Texans going to pull it out?
I think Texan.
I'm taking the Steel.
Oh man, that's a rough one. I take the Texans.
Take Texas.
I take the Texans.
And of course, you have the New York Football Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys.
This is scary because
Very scary.
letdown game, and I'm hoping that this is not one.
Jerry ran his mouth today. You know that, right?
Oh Lord,
Yes, he did.
So I mean, the
He
Giants.
said
The
that and smelled
Giants.
the roses. Enjoyed
The Giants are the Giants, and they had a rough game against the Eagles.
Eli Mann.
And Tom Coughlin is Hall of Fame coach. I just can't see them coming out and performing that way at Dallas since the Giants only lost like one game in this new state. Two games?
Eli lost 2 in Texas.
Oh, that's
State.
right. The
Only
yeah.
2.
But
Only
two.
2.
Only
Yeah,
two.
he
I mean,
only
I'm not
lost 2.
saying I'm taking Dallas in this game, but
I'm taking Giants.
I'm very weary because division foe, and
they can't afford to lose 2 games. So.
and the Giants, you
The
know.
biggest thing is they lost Victor Cruz, so that rookie is
Yeah.
on his own on the island, so they have no one else to step
But you
in.
know how the Giants do. They got that resolve,
Yeah.
and you know they're going
Somebody
to
gonna
fight.
step
But as they say, this is a weird team because the defense go as the quarterback goes, which is
Yeah.
entirely strange.
Well, Eli, like I said, they start about Eli. He said we basically play suck. Eli was pissed, so it basically when he said that,
So that must mean that the offensive line for the Giants is.
Eli said it, so everybody like,
Yeah, the offensive line
when
is
Eli
horrible.
said that, so they gonna be playing.
But the worst thing about it is the way Eli's not mobile,
No.
and the front four for the Dallas Cowboys can get to him.
Okay, right quick. Will DeMarco get another 100 yards against the Giants?
That Giants defense, I think he will.
Yeah. That you know that
Yeah,
he's
he-
going to break the NFL record. He's
Right.
going to break the great Jim Brown.
Brown.
Yeah,
My thing is, it's only 6 weeks into the season. He's only 200 and something away from 1,000.
I know.
Already.
Very scary. Very
Already?
scary. And right quick, you know, I usually smack my helmet, you know, and all that. You think that I won't, but you know what? I will because I know how the Cowboys get down, and I see you after Thanksgiving. Peace.